Star Citizen 3.11 is finally out on the live public servers, and with the end of 2020 soon upon us, we've just passed Star Citizen's 8th birthday. I know, how exciting. This game has had a really good year with some really bad publicity. And I think it's warranted, definitely. But in this video, I'm going to explain my thoughts, what I think the game is going for right now, and whether or not I would recommend it or think that you guys should recommend it to your friends, as well as obviously make aware those glaring and obvious bugs. So stay tuned, sit back and relax. This is going to be a shorter video, but hopefully something that can stir up some discussion here on YouTube, over on my Twitch channel, or on Spectrum. Oh shit, what the fuck? Gravity, stop being a thing. Oh no, my gems.
They're all sliding down the hill.
Yeah, my gems. All of them. All of them. Oh no. So let's start with the most broad question of all. How has Star Citizen been for 2020? From last year's October CitizenCon that I went to in 2019, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed my time there, and you know, we got to try a lot of things. One of which was Theatres of War. We were expecting to see that this year, however, it did not come to fruition. Their reasons for it have not been made obviously apparent, and unfortunately, that is that's the problem with SIG this year: communication. Back in 2016, I tried very hard to refund this game. Granted, now looking back, I'm glad I didn't get my refund. I'm glad to have still been backing it, and ever since last October, I have continued my pledge support with my monthly subscriptions. I have, however, stopped injecting new large amounts of financial investment into the game, especially with ship sales. For multiple reasons. One, because I did disagree with them, and two, because, like I said, there are things that SIG are doing that I'm not happy about, most of which communication. Now, we are all probably aware of Chris Roberts' statement, and yes, I agree. There are publications made by the company about their milestones, what their targets are, what they're doing, and what they're working on, as well as the blockers for those issues. However, in terms of general outreach, this hasn't been good enough in my opinion. When we have the Star Citizen live videos every week with Jared Huckabee and some other characters, it's important, in my opinion, to have these videos not represent the game in a way that isn't faithful or true. And unfortunately, because of the features they've been showing off that just haven't made it, I do feel that if you just watched the YouTube videos alone about Star Citizen, you would get the wrong impression of where the game is currently and what it actually has to offer. But that's not to say that 3.11 and the patches prior during 2020 have been without something new and exciting. Most importantly, quality of life. That has been the focus for 2020, it seems, and frankly, I'm glad it was. The game's not perfect, it still crashes, and obviously there are still bugs. But the quality of life and the gameplay, the repeated gameplay, the things you do every day, that has gone substantially better. I find myself actually being able to enjoy the game more frequently. Frame rates are higher on average. Game mechanics work more often on average. And most importantly, in my opinion, you can now buy every single ship that is currently available in-game to fly with in-game money. There is no more reason to invest more financial income into the game, especially not from a playability standpoint anyway. They've also done something which I didn't expect to see this year, and that's long-term persistence. Something that they obviously are touting as one of the main selling points for Star Citizen ever since the game's inception, really. The idea that, you know, you are your own character and everything that you carry on you is physicalized and requires time, patience, space, and thought to keep around. The most glaring obvious example of this I can give you is mining. Mining is one of the best ways to make money at the moment, but there are some bugs with it. So what do? Well, with the recent 3.11 improvements to personal inventory and the actual inclusion of being able to transport inventory from one item to another, you are able to get minerals that you mine, store them into a cargo box, and put them in your ship, and transfer those minerals between servers. We had to do a server hop, just because we found the server that we were on was unstable and probably would lead to some issues. We took our cargo out of the Rock, the ROC mining vessel. That is a new vehicle for Alpha 3.10, so a couple months ago, but new in 2020. We grabbed the mining minerals, we put them into the cargo box and put them on the floor of our ship. Logged out in our ship's bed, went to the main menu, found a new server slot, bang, we're in the exact same place we left with the cargo that we put on the floor. That is a massive milestone for Star Citizen and a ginormous improvement for everyone in terms of gameplay and reliability. Granted, I have heard some horrible things about account issues and missing ships entirely, and personally I've lost a few assets due to 30Ks, but 30Ks and server crashes are still something that holds back Star Citizen, and that probably won't get solved until iCache comes in, when servers can actually intermix and transfer data from one server to the next without crashing. However, one unique bug for 3.11 is definitely the one where you fall through the floor in your ground vehicle, regardless of what ground vehicle it is. Especially in the ROC, which is the main way of making in-game cash at the moment. And it leads me only to believe that it's some sort of forced bug to make people go to the store and buy things online. This year's October, obviously, there was no CitizenCon. We couldn't go to events due to the pandemic, and SIG had to come up with something new. Now, in my opinion, the actual live presentations were shockingly awful, and we didn't learn anything, especially not about Squadron 42. I don't want to make this video about that mess. No, this year they did something new and spectacular. They injected into the game items that could only be earned in-game through in-game achievements, one of which was this Vandal mask. Fantastic, represents the Zimp, I like it, makes me feel very cool, as well as some other items you could purchase on the store. I don't want to spoil it because I feel like if you come into the game, you should try and earn them, especially if you're coming in now with October. There are some discords that are about to help people achieve these things in the short time you may have left, but I don't want to ruin it for you. It is exciting, it's new, and I hope they keep this small feature up throughout 2021. 3.11 also included some new starter ships for brand new players that might want to get involved. I think it should go without saying that, yes, this year also included a lot of new ships. The Origin 100 series, of course, as well as some other ships coming later in the year, and hopefully the Star Runner, a very long anticipated ship, not a personal favourite of mine, but I'm sure a personal favourite of yours. And now I know we're getting to the end of this video, and I haven't really said what my thoughts are. Personally, I was a little bit disappointed by the actual new and exciting features of 2020, but it is hard to argue the fact that they have made the game more playable than ever before. The game is currently in a state where you can log on every day, grind up for something, and earn it. Granted, you might be doing the same thing over and over again, but if you've got friends, does that really matter? So yeah, kids, that's it. With the ship sale just around the corner, in a couple days in fact, November something or other, 5th onwards, I think, somewhere like that. Yeah. If you are looking to get Star Citizen, it is actually a playable game at the moment, and it is in a position you might enjoy. Just bear in mind there are still bugs, and those bugs aren't going away anytime soon, sadly. And those of you out there that do play the game, what do you think of Star Citizen 2019 to 2020? Did you enjoy it? I know that the Spectrum post I made got a lot of responses from a lot of unhappy people. But like I said, personally, I'm happy the game is in the position that it's in. I just hope that 2021 brings a lot more new and exciting things, like Pyro, please. And maybe a Squadron 42 demo, please. SIG, God, help me. Anyway, guys, if you want to leave a comment down below, please do. Like and dislike this video, if, of course, you did. Subscribe as well, pretty please. It means a lot, and it actually does help YouTube push these videos out more towards the greater masses. I am looking to do a lot more videos from now and onwards because, frankly, I'm happy with how things are going, and I want to create more content. So if you do want to see more things, stay tuned here. Otherwise, if you want to watch me live right now, I will be live on Twitch straight after this video goes up. So go check me out there and go comment on my Spectrum posts if you see them. It means a lot. I try to be as active there as I possibly can. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Fuck was that?